White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller had a bit of a meltdown after the violent rhetoric spewed by MAGA was blamed for a fire bombing that tore through a South Carolina judge's home. Judge Diane Goodstein, who ruled against the Trump administration in a very high-profile voter registration case, had been walking her dogs on the beach when her $1.1 million home went up in flames around midday Sunday. Explosions. Okay. According to Fitz News, Goodstein had been receiving death threats for a few weeks before this blaze for ruling against Trump. Now, 3 people ended up being hospitalized. Her husband, Arnold, was forced to jump from the first floor to escape. 2 others were rescued by neighbors and paramedics from a marshy area at the rear of the house. Now, in the wake of this possibly politically motivated attack, Democratic Congressman Daniel Goldman was quick to tag Miller on social media platform X with footage of the fire. Okay. Stephen Miller and MAGA World have been doxing and threatening judges who ruled against Trump, including Judge Goodstein, Goldman wrote on X. Today, someone committed arson on that judge's home, severely injuring her husband and son. Will Trump speak out against the extreme right that did this? So, look, to be fair, we don't know what happened. Okay. We're still waiting on the details. Still waiting on the details here. But, I mean, come on. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. Now, Miller, his response was a little interesting because he basically called Goldman deeply warped and vile, and then started talking about how, left-wing extremism. He said, quote, "There is a large and growing movement of left-wing terrorism in this country."
Bullshit.
"It is well organized and funded."
Bullshit.
"And it is shielded by far-left Democrat judges, prosecutors, and attorneys general."
Bullshit.
"The only remedy is to use legitimate state power to dismantle terrorism and terror networks." Look, understand that right there is their end game. He is wanting to he's desperate to use the power of government to come after anyone on the left. Anyone on the left. He told Goldman that, quote, "You continue to push despicable lies, demented smears, malicious defamation, and foment unrest. Despicable." Goldman then replied, "Why are you dodging the question, bro?" Quote, "If you are trying to combat political violence, why don't you condemn the political violence against a judge who ruled against you and your administration?" Exactly. It's pretty simple. He asked, do you condemn all political violence or only that against your supporters? Look, I think it's pretty clear that Pee-wee German, sorry for German viewers, I love you, doesn't believe that violence against the left is a bad thing, apparently. Okay? Look, he seems to enjoy it, seems to get a kick out of it. And loves talking about how judges who rule against this administration are doing legal insurrection, which isn't a thing. Insurrection isn't legal. Okay? I know what he's trying to, trying to be all, clever about this whole thing. Oh, see, it's insurrection, but it's in a legal sense in the courtroom. No, that's not a thing. Not clever at all, actually. And over the weekend, he wrote, "This is an organized terrorist attack in the federal government and its officers, and the deployment of troops is an absolute necessity to defend our personnel, our laws, our government, public order, and the republic itself." Now, he was talking about, of course, sending federal troops into Portland. Federal troops that Portland does not want. They don't want it. They don't want them or need them. And by the way, Judge Karen Immergut, a Trump appointee, agrees. He agrees. She said in a ruling that Trump's attempt to deploy soldiers is based largely on a fictional narrative. No kidding. Fictional narrative. It's true, though. about public safety, the president's determination was simply untethered to the facts. That's right. Untethered to the facts. Based on things that are not real. Okay, fictional narratives. But then again, that's what the Republican Party is running on these days. Okay, that's what Trump is running on these days. I mean, this has never been more true.
Just forget about the evidence.
Just forget about the evidence. You know, forget about evidence, forget about facts, forget about reality. We don't care. We don't care about any of that. Because it gets in the way of what we actually want to do, which is to crush all dissent. That's it. That's it. Didn't stop him, by the way. Oh, no. Trump actually sent about 300 National Guardsmen to Portland anyway. That's right. And now California is suing. Because some of their guardsmen had been sent to Portland. Ordered. Okay? Once again, he is ignoring court orders. Trump is. Around 35% of the court rulings against this administration have just been ignored. Over a third. And this is while Trump himself rails against the judges that ruled against him, calling them USA-hating far leftists. This judge, you realize you picked her, right? You picked her. And he probably doesn't even realize it. I mean, just a single day after Immergut blocked Trump, here's what he said. Quote, I wasn't served well by the people that pick judges. You picked the judge. I appointed the judge, and he goes like that, so I wasn't served well. Obviously, I don't know the judge. A coffee boy. Actually, this judge is a woman, but anyway. But if he made that kind of decision, Portland is burning to the ground. You have agitators, instigators. All you have to do is look at the television. Turn on your television. Read your newspapers. It's burning to the ground. Hold on. Hold on.
Bullshit.
There it is. All of it. The governor, the mayor, the politicians, they're petrified for their lives. That judge ought to be ashamed of himself. Again, misgendering this judge, who was a woman. Portland, though, is not burning to the ground. That's just, that's fake. It's not real. It's not actually happening. Like pretty much everything that you are talking about. Everything that you say. But to be fair, though, he is right about one thing, ironically, and that is the people there are afraid. They're afraid of what this administration is doing. They're afraid of what the right wing is going to do. Because right now, they are doing political violence against Donald Trump's enemies. And now this judge, she, like many others, has a target on her because she ruled against him. While Stephen Miller, racist Nosferatu here, continues to gleefully ignore where the real violence is actually coming from. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.